How about that? Can we hear now? Give me a thumb. Give me a 1 or a 2 if you can hear me. Give me a drop a 1 or a 2 if you can hear me there. All right.
No hearing.
Yep, now we can hear. All right. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks again for everybody that's joining us. Again, welcome to the Megan and Ryan Power Hour. We'll kind of start this over from the beginning here. Again, if you're happen to be watching us live, make sure you drop us that hashtag live. Or if you're watching this on a replay, give us that hashtag replay. So awesome. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are bringing you the Megan and Ryan Power Hour, which we bring you every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. So again, thank you guys for being here. We do this to help people that are in the situation that Megan and I were in just a couple of short years ago. Maybe you're trying to get started with your online business. Maybe you have been working in your online business and you're just not seeing the results that you had hoped for. Megan and I at one point in time were in those same shoes. So, tonight we're hoping to bring you one of our students that's been with us for a little while, and he's got an amazing story that hopefully we can get you guys to see and hear that story if we can get him connected. I do apologize. We've been having some technical issues here the last few minutes trying to get everything connected up so that we could bring him into the broadcast. But I believe I've got him in the green room right now. So here in just a few minutes, we will bring him in, hopefully, and introduce him, and he can kind of help share his story, because I think a lot of you will relate with him because of everything that he has been through with his journey in affiliate marketing. I know that when we got started, a lot of the same kind of pitfalls that we fell into, Danny did as well. So hopefully we'll be able to share that inspiring story with you guys here in just a little bit. But before we bring him in, just really wanted to, say thanks again for everybody that joins us. If you're struggling in your business, let us know. We are here to really help you guys get going and figure out what it is that you need to be successful. Megan and I have been doing this for a couple of years. We're finally getting kind of back to our roots here a little bit with just doing, some live broadcasts with just us. For those of you guys that have been with us, from the very beginning, know that Megan and I started. We had a nice little brown couch where we did our TikTok lives from. and we did that quite a bit, for probably a good year when we did our TikTok lives, and we grew a great audience. We've got a great following, and we appreciate everybody that does join us. So, again, if you guys are looking for any sort of help, if you have questions, I want to make sure that you guys drop those in the comments tonight. All right. That's what we're here for. We definitely want to make sure that we get those questions answered for you guys. So again, just drop them in the comments. Do you seriously back the all right? So this is our kids. I'm gonna put this up here, Doug. All right, Doug asked, "Do you seriously back the Rams?" So this is actually our kids' elementary school that we have here right now. But it's funny that you say that, because actually we're in Southern Indiana, and just a few short years ago, we actually were St. Louis Rams fans. But when they actually pulled the plug in St. Louis and moved out to LA, basically just said enough is enough. So, yeah, it's that's a whole nother story. I don't necessarily really want to get into that because that'll I don't know. That's it's still a little bit of a touchy subject. But yes, we used to be season ticket holders for the St. Louis Rams. It's been what, 5 or 6 years ago now. Yeah. 16, 15 was the last year. So almost 7 years ago, when we were over there in St. Louis before they left. So Doug says, "Me too. I'm in St. Louis." Awesome. So we're in Southern Indiana. Danny is one of our students that we've really been working with, and I've got him kind of holding off here in the side. So again, tonight we're going to bring him in, talk with him a little bit about his story and how he got started, because I think there's a lot of you that could really resonate with him and his story. So with no further ado, I am going to bring in Mr. Danny Oran. We've really been working with, and there he is. All right, Danny, you're gonna have to mute your. Talk with him a little bit about his story and how he got started, because I think there's a lot of you that can really resonate with him and his story. So we can get with that. No further ado, there we go. I'm going to bring in Mr. Danny Oran. There we go. There he is. All right, Danny, are you there with me?
Uh-oh. Oh, well, Harley, put your phone on mute.
There we go. There we go. Get Megan in there. Awesome, awesome. So, hey, Danny, can you hear me okay?
I am now.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome. There we go. Gonna turn your volume up a little bit. There we go.
We got you.
There we go.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. I know we got a little bit of an echo there.
I
Is
can't see you guys?
microphone in front of your speakers? There we go. I'll turn your volume up a little bit. There we go.
We got you. He's listening on the phone, Andrew.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. I know we got a little bit. Can you hear me okay, Danny? Is your microphone in front of your speakers?
You know what? Let me take that. Let me
All right, bear with us, guys, just a moment here as we go through some technical issues. All right, I know we got a little. Can you hear me okay, Danny?
I can, but I can't see you guys.
All right. Bear with us, guys, just a moment. Go through. Let me know if you can see us there. All right. You can see us there. Can you still not see us, Danny?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see.
Well, we can see you, and we can hear you. Can you still not see us, Danny?
No. Nope,
not yet. Okay. I think we've got quite a bit of a delay there. And we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I'll go back and watch it later.
So, one of the things that I kind of wanted to bring Danny on for is it's been, a couple of years that he has been with us, and he started out. Him and Ashley started out with us going with one of the original programs that we started promoting, and just kind of, if you would, kind of got his feet wet in the program and got started with things. And I want to kind of let him tell his story on how things kind of progressed for him, and he did take a little bit of a break there with his business, and then decided to get back into it. Hang on a second here. We'll see if we can join this other device as we work through some of these. There we go. Do that, and then a bit of a break there with his business, and then decided to get back into it. Hang on a second here. I think we got a big old echo and a delay there. All right. There we go.
Situated.
All right.
How about now?
Megan's back.
Hey, homework situated.
All right. I think Danny's kind of froze up on us again there.
Damn.
All right. Well, we may have to continue on here. There we go. By gosh, we're going to get this.
He's a Texas man, so we're doing a do-si-do thing here.
All right. Nope, I think he still froze up on us.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear us? All right.
We're gonna have to move this.
Okay. All right, so we may have to figure that out at another time. So we'll continue on with our broadcast, and again, Danny's story is very it's kind of unique in the fact that he was somebody that kind of got started with affiliate marketing, worked at it a little bit, put some time in, built a funnel, set up an email autoresponder, kind of did a few things here and there, posted some videos, posted some content just to see what it was all about. And once he got going, trying to figure out if everything was going to work or not. Let's see here. We got him in the room again here. Let's see. There we go. I can see him.
There we go.
All right. Awesome.
Uh,
How's it
I don't
going, Danny?
know. Excellent.
Good,
Have you
good.
have you ever had this much trouble with getting somebody on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I was gonna use my phone, but yeah, I
That's all
couldn't
right.
get that to work. So
That's all right. So
so yeah.
what we were kind of just talking about is, a little bit. I want you to really kind of tell your story, for us, when we get going here. But you've been with us for a couple of years. You got started with us, fairly shortly after Megan and I got started. I'd say probably about 6 months, at maybe 8 months after we had gotten started. But it's one of those things where when you first got started, like many of us, skeptical, trying to figure out if all of
Uh,
this stuff works or not, and
you know,
then you put a little bit of effort into it, right? You did a few little things,
I did.
and so I really want you to kind of, if you wouldn't mind, kind of tell your story about how things got started and how we wound up where we're at right now.
Okay. Well, as you know, I got hooked up with you guys, watching TikToks, of course, and
Where it all starts.
so I got hooked up, started doing. I learned how to do all the sales or the sales funnels and all that good stuff. And but then, at the time, I hadn't really made anything, hadn't made any money, so I was like, it's just really not my thing. So, meanwhile, when I hung it up and I was like, forget it, I'm not doing it. Uh, those things are still out there, and I had set up another email address just for marketing. And of course, I was going through the email one day. I was like, I just need to get rid of this whole email account, because I'm not doing this crap. So I'm going through there and I'm deleting, of course, a bunch of spam, a bunch of crap, that you find in your email. And I started seeing these emails talk about you have such and such commission. I'm like, commission? I'm like, okay. So I skipped over that one. I went deleting some more, and then I found another one and another one and another one. And I thought, okay, so I went where these commissions were at, and I'm starting to look at it and see when they had hit. And in my mind, I thought, if doing nothing got me these commissions, of course, they were nothing to write home about, but it was still money that I had no plans of making. Like, I
Mhm.
just thought, I'm just not going to do it. Well, come to find out, the commissions were there, and so I started messing with it, dabbling as you call it. Started dabbling some more, and I thought, if doing nothing made these commissions, what would happen if I really started grinding on my off time? Like in the evenings. Um, so I started working on it a little bit in the evenings after work, and then kind of reconnected with you guys, and you let me know what y'all were going through. And that's kind of what's done it a whole lot for me, is because I did kind of link up with you guys right after y'all got started, and I see where y'all have gone, and I think, man, if I'd have just kept grinding, you know what I mean. And it kind of goes without saying that, just like all you guys tell me, you work and work and work, and you just keep at it, and you think nothing's happening, and then bam, it just starts happening for you, and yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm back to
Yeah.
the grind. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, some mornings, uh, working on it. Getting home in the evenings, I eat supper and I try to get to work by 7 o'clock. Tonight I had to change some oil in my motorcycle, so uh, other than that, I've been working every evening on it, a lot of mornings, and
Yeah.
sometimes at lunch when I get home from lunch, of course I'll check my autoresponder, see if I've got any new leads. So now with this much on the table, it occupies a lot of my mind and a lot of my time.
Yeah.
So
And again, your story is very similar to a lot of people's. You know,
right,
you actually saw the fact that you can make passive income. Like you said, doing nothing brought you money in that you weren't expecting, right?
right,
And so by doing nothing, you're making a little bit of money. Now, was it a whole lot of money, something that you could retire off of? No. But what it was is that proof of concept. And I think that was kind of what you needed. And a lot of people need that. A lot of the users that are watching us out here tonight need that kind of that, yes, this works. They need that proof of concept, really, is what it comes down to. You know, I used to tell people all the time, I can sit here, Megan and I can sit here and tell you guys that this works and you can make so much money with this. But until a person actually makes their first dollar doing any of this stuff, they're still a little bit skeptical. But once you see that you can actually make money with it, then that's when it kind of kicks in and like, all right, cool. Whether you're doing things and you see that money come in, or even like yourself where you had pushed everything off to the side and said, I'm done, and then go back in months later cleaning out an old email inbox, and then you find the fact that you have these commission emails in there saying you've made commissions, you know? And so it's again, it's a very similar story, and it's one we hear all the time. You know, for us, it's the same thing. We get to a point where, all right, yes, this works. We put our work in and we put our effort in all the time. And then when we don't see those efforts, and I talk about this a lot in our shows, we live in such an instant gratification world where people, even now, people that go to a 9-to-5 or have a full-time job, they equate that going to work Monday through Friday as I'm going to have a paycheck on Friday or the next Friday or whenever it is. So those hours that they put in, they know that there's going to be a paycheck for that. And that's the mentality that we have. Amazon has brought us the wonderful world of being able to get anything we want within 2 days. So we're no longer patient about anything. So when we put time into our business and we don't immediately see the results, a lot of people quit.
Right.
Okay. But in this industry, when you become an entrepreneur and you start doing things in the online business world, you have to put that work and that effort in the beginning. And our goals are long-term. We're looking long-term. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. But over the next few months, that's what we're looking to build. We know that the work that we do today is going to pay off in the long run. And that's why we do this. And I think that, you know, again, just having that mindset of, you know, you're all in. And I've noticed that mindset change for you over the last couple of weeks. You know, you were dedicated now to this. You're showing up every day. You and I were having conversations almost every day about things that you're doing or trying to do, so that, you know, you laugh, but that's great though. I love seeing that. I would rather see somebody have conversations with me daily, because you know what? I know they're working in their business. And you are a prime example of somebody that we want as a student so that we can help you, because I know that you're going to put that effort and that work in. You know, we just had somebody, actually it was Sandy yesterday. She is looking at joining the same program that we talk about all the time on our shows, you know, and she called me yesterday. It happened to be right in the middle of when we were doing our live weekly coaching that we do, you know, and it was able to show her or talk to her a little bit about, you know, being able to do that coaching. And so it's that type of thing where people reach out and they're asking questions in their business, you know, and I know you feel like sometimes it's, you may feel like you're bugging, you know, where you're asking all these questions, but we want that. We want to see that.
I know.
But they're different questions. They're not
This is
the same
true.
questions over and
That
over.
is
So
not,
you're
I won't ask you
learning.
the same question over and over again, but yeah, I do have a lot of questions every day.
And that's good.
That's exactly how we started, though.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how we started. One of our, you know, first mentors, you know, he was like, you know, you keep asking the questions. You keep asking questions and you keep plugging away at this. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Right.
And it does. And it does. It time and time again.
And, you know, we've worked with people that are like, well, I don't have any questions.
Well, then
You know,
ain't working your business.
Danny, you remember when we had when Megan and I had our own personal coaching program, you know, you were in on some of those calls at that time where we would kind of go around the room and we'd ask people what questions they'd have. And there were sometimes people that would be, I don't have any questions. And the reason why people don't have questions is because they're not working in their business. And that's what, you know, it comes down to. I promise you, if you're working in your business, if you're trying to progress, you're going to have questions. We still have questions every day. We have a mentor that we turn to ask questions. And we have a community of people that we work with to go to with our questions. So again, it comes down to being able to ask those questions of somebody. And let's see here. I can't see that. I'm just
shocked
shocked.
people don't have
Yeah.
questions.
Facebook here says, I'm just shocked people don't have questions. And that you're exactly right. When you're working in your business, you will have questions. Let's see. I'm in because I have 1,000 questions. Drop those questions in the comments. We'll go through those questions and we will talk about any questions that you guys have. I welcome those. Bring them into the comments. Okay. So Danny, can you kind of give me a little bit of an idea? Because you're working full time. You've got a decent job. It's not that you don't hate your job or anything like that. You're just looking to supplement some income, maybe do a little bit more traveling, things like that. So kind of tell us and the viewers, how you make this work with having a full-time job. And you've got family, you've got kids that are in sports, just like Megan and I, we've got kids that are doing soccer right now. And so we're traveling from one field to the next field and things like that. So I know you're doing the same thing. You've got kids that are in sports. You've got a full-time job. So how do you find the balance to do work on your business and everything else with life?
Are we frozen again? Do you?
I don't know. I could see him. He's moving. But he probably can't hear us.
Why?
Danny, can you hear us? Looks like we've lost him maybe again for a second, but no, I think we're okay with audio. But I don't know, for some reason he can't hear us. It doesn't seem like. Okay, let's see here. Where to start?
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it says everything's good on this end, but everything goes up.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. But I don't know if you can hear me or not.
It's all gone. Y'all are froze up.
All froze up. Well, gosh darn it. It was going good there for a minute. Who's that? What's step by step? I can hear you now. Can you hear me? No, I think he's froze up again, or we're froze up on his end. One of the two. We'll bring Danny back here in just a minute. I think we've got a couple of questions though that we could get to. Danny, just let me know if you can hear us.
He's humming.
All right. So, all right. We got a couple of questions here. Where to start? You want to grab that one?
If you ever hear someone say, well, just go to the link in my bio,
Run.
go away. With that. We can definitely send you a DM with some information and start get you actually how to get started. I can't talk today, guys. There is a webinar that we like our people to watch because our mentor does a really great job of explaining the program to people, and then of course we want people to come back and ask us questions about that program, and we'll be very honest with you about that. But what I'm talking about is the program that we are in with now. It is a high-end coaching program is what this is. So you're not just going to get, the coursework and the resources and things like that. You're going to get more of that handheld approach to getting your business up and going. Not to mention, they're going to, build your funnel for you. They're going to set your autoresponder up for you. So that takes the pressure off and you don't have to worry about that right away.
He's back.
I don't know what's happening, but
it's all right.
I hope my business runs better than my live streams.
You know what though? That just goes to show we are average people. You know what? We're making this work though. We do what we can.
It's a freaking roller coaster, right? You got to just
exactly.
Strap in and go.
But real quick, I want to kind of get back to it because I want you, Danny, to kind of give us an idea because you do work full time. You've got kids that are in sports just like Megan and I do. Let us kind of give us an inside look of how you work your business. So, because we get it all the time. I don't have time to do this. I'm busy. I don't have time, right? We have to make time, right?
Yes. So, yeah, I work a job that is 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 in the evening. Am I frozen up again?
Nope, you're good.
Nope, I can hear you. You're good. You're good. Keep talking.
I work from 6 to 6. I work 12-hour shifts, Monday through Friday. I finally am not working so many weekends, but so we make sure that we're doing 2 to 3 hours a night. If that looks like 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 or 8 to 11, whatever, we try to get that in. But if I feel like if you're in the right mindset, of course, I think I'm there, because if I don't feel like I've done a whole lot, say tonight, I probably won't get a whole lot done. So in the morning, I'll be up early in the morning, hitting it before work, and I go to work at 6 o'clock. There's been mornings that I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, come in here, I work, and then I go to work. And, I'll see messages or whatever come in throughout the day. I come home for lunch. I start addressing some of those, maybe look at the autoresponder, scarf down some lunch, head back to work, get home at 6 o'clock, eat supper, hang out just a minute, and do it all over again. On Friday nights, I've gotten to where I really like Friday nights, because I'll stay up till 2, maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning working on Friday nights. So there's always time. Like I said, I work 12 hours a day. It's all in how bad you want it and what kind of changes you want to make in your life. So
that's the key. Right there. Yeah, that's the key.
Do you want it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it go down.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes.
I'm tired of watching everybody else get it,
Right? And that's the mindset that it takes. And I talk about this all the time. This is 80% mindset, 20% work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And,
because
before,
go ahead.
Before, my problem was I was looking at it as a side hustle. I was like, man, I got a full-time job. I got a great job, and I don't really need this money. It was more or less like, I'm going to dabble, I'm going to call it a side hustle. And when I called it a side hustle, that's when I really started treating it as a side hustle. It's like, well, I'm not going to mess with it today. I'm not going to mess with it tomorrow. And before you know it, I haven't messed with it in a week, 2 weeks. And then I was like, the hell with it. I'm not doing it. And then that led up to months later checking emails and finding out that I failed myself, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, and a lot of times that's what it comes down to. You were fortunate enough though, to be able to, you had your system set up in place. You had your sales funnels, you had your email autoresponder, you had your affiliate links out there. And even though you had stopped doing the work, you had systems in place to make that truly passive income.
That's called evergreen, right, baby.
And that's, eventually when you come back and you actually see that, okay, now it works, that gave you your proof, and that kind of gave you your swift kick in the ass, really, to say, okay, I need to do this. If I really want to succeed with it, I got to put some more effort into it. But now I've noticed that it works. And then it comes down to, I know over the last few weeks, you've joined this high-end coaching program that we have available for people. And, that really has reinvigorated you as well as it did me when we joined this program. It's just one of those things that when you start learning this information and you start implementing it and you can see the results that all these people are seeing. I mean, we've got students that come into this program and within 90 days, they're hitting 10K in commissions. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, not to toot our own horn, but for Megan and I, when we got started with this particular program, within the first 30 days, we made 30 grand. Okay. Now, not everybody's going to do that. I got to throw in that little disclaimer, that income disclaimer there, but we've been doing this for a couple of years. And so coming into this program, we've got some experience. But with this program, the reason why a lot of our students are getting the results that they're getting is because of the support that comes with it. You know, Megan and I have been through a bunch of different programs, and Danny, you've been through a similar program, one of the same programs that we started out with, you know, and you might see some videos, you know, and then you're on your own trying to figure out how to make this stuff work. You know, with the current program that we offer, you know, people come in and they've got the videos. You can learn the technical stuff. You can learn how to do that stuff. You got the mindset stuff to kind of help you out, but you have people that you can reach out to almost on a 24/7 basis if you have questions and if you need help. And I think that support is really the biggest thing that a lot of people fail with this at, because they don't have that support. They get to feeling like they're alone and they can't figure things out. And so they give up on themselves because they don't have anybody to turn to. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Oh, definitely. This is what y'all got me into now is I haven't seen or heard anything like it.
Neither had we.
And it's very you were right, you know, about the messaging, it's it's literally nonstop support even when you're not looking for it. So if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
You're part of that Telegram group and that goes off like all the time, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, there's some good stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. And what he's talking about, everybody, for those of you that don't know, the program that we offer now comes with basically it's a 24/7 messaging support with a program called Telegram. It's just a messaging app. And as part of a bonus that we offer as part of the Wealth Warriors, to people coming into this program, they have access to this Telegram group that we're in and all of our students are in. And we can honestly say that it is 24/7 support because actually we have coaches that are all over the globe. So even when Megan and I are sleeping, other parts of our team are awake on the other side of the planet and they're able to take messages. So what Danny was saying, this messaging app goes off all the time with people that are asking questions and getting answers. And so, like he said, there's a lot of great information that is in this app and that's part of that support. You know, that is a huge thing that I think people are missing a lot of whenever they get started in programs like this. They don't have that support. And that's where we cover that with this and that Telegram app. And again, there's been times where I've had to actually mute the conversation because it goes so much. But that just means there's that much information that's available to people that are really trying to get started with this.
So I did the same thing. I have a 9 to 5. I've got my 9 to 5. I've got stuff that I do, and I'm in messaging people and things like that off and on all day and whatever. And sometimes I did mute it. But what I found when I muted it, I felt disconnected again. So I've recently turned it back on, and I'm like, you know what? I'll put it on silent. But I go through and I look at that, and I'm glad that I do, because there are some people that have been in this game longer than I have. And I'm like, or that are brand new coming into this, and they're asking questions, and I'm like, dang, that's a really good question. Like, I didn't think to ask that. Wait,
It's driving me crazy.
But yeah, like now I need to go back and rethink some things. So even that whole teach a old dog new tricks thing, when you come into this, that's exactly what I think of. I'm like, dang, that's a really good question. I didn't think about that because it hadn't come up in our business.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they want like one-on-one support. People want like one-on-one support, and you really, yeah, at one point in time we thought about that too. But I think the way that we do things with our students, and we have that basically it's multiple to multiple type of thing, because you've got so many people in this community that you can reach out to and you can ask questions, and maybe you've asked a question that somebody else has already, been through that, been through that problem. So you're going to get answers from all kinds of different people. And I just think having that community, it's also there for support as far as, on those days, maybe when we're not so energized about our business, but yet we see that app going off all the time, that there's messages. So you're like, all right, dang it, I don't feel like it, but everybody else is working on their business. They're making progress. Darn it. I guess I better get off the couch and do it myself. It's yeah. It helps with answering questions. It helps with accountability, all of these things.
And I did just learn that with the program that we're in, there's another Telegram group for that as well. So you're getting it from double. And I'm not in that group because trust me, we got like close to 200 people with the Wealth Warriors. I'm good. There's almost 700 something in the other.
Hey, Doug. Doug West asks, how can we start to work with you two? We can actually reach out here once our live is over with. We'll actually reach out, Doug, and send you a direct message and let you know how you can kind of get started with us. We've actually got a 2.5 hour training that we can send you to kind of get your feet wet a little bit and see if it's something that you're interested in. But we'll definitely send you a message here after the call's over.
If you're watching this and you're on Danny's profile and you're watching this and you want to get started, message him. Or he can send you a direct message too, and he can get you the details about the program as well. So whoever you're watching this through,
just reach out. So I know Danny has a lot of people that he's kind of been talking with, coworkers and people that he knows and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys are all watching this, because from conversations Danny and I have had, a lot of people are skeptical about whether or not this stuff works. All right. And for those of you that are watching us, Megan and I have been at this for a couple of years now. We are multi-six-figure earners within the affiliate marketing industry. We've got plaques behind us for different awards that we've got. I've got a diamond ring back here for one of the programs that we've been in. So again, we have established ourselves in this industry. We have results, but the reason why we do this is for people like Danny that want to get started with this and get learning how to do this and start making money. Now, Danny's already made some commissions with affiliate marketing. Is he setting the world on fire yet? No, but he's going to. And I say yet because I see it in him. I see what he does and I see the work that he's doing every day and I know that it's coming. Yeah, that's right. Ashley's there with him working. Yeah.
I feel sure she's not in here, but I feel sure she's probably watching somewhere else in the other room.
There you go. She should be. She should be. So yeah, if you guys are watching this from Danny's profile, you've joined this live just to check it out and see what it is that he's doing and all this stuff, ask questions. He has learned how these processes work. He knows how affiliate marketing works. He knows how to help other people get started with affiliate marketing as well. So feel free to reach out to him. If you've got questions, let him know, all of the people that are watching from our pages and our profiles, reach out if you've got questions. We're happy to help you guys get started. The truth of the matter is this works. So whether you're, just looking to supplement your income, it's like Danny said, he's got a 9-to-5, and he makes good money. He likes his job. He just looking for a little bit of supplemental income. Okay. So could be like me. 2 years ago, I lost my job and didn't know what to do. So I got started with this, and at the time we were hoping to make a couple $1,000s a month online so that I could, basically recoup the lost income. Little did we know that within 8 months we were going to turn an online business into a six-figure earner. And then from there, within a couple of years, multi-six figures, in this industry. So again, we put work into it. Danny's putting his work into it. Also that we can have that better lifestyle. We're constantly talking about time freedom, financial freedom, and things like that. And that's why we do what we do. And for us, for Megan and I, what we do this for is for you guys. For you guys that are watching us, for people like Danny, so that you guys can get started and get figuring out, hey, this actually does work. There are other things in life that can help you out. For me, I was 40 years old when I lost my job, and I didn't know that there was another way to make money out there. Really, I was always taught growing up that you go to school, you get good grades, you find a nice secure job. I learned the hard way that not all jobs are secure, and then you save up for retirement so that hopefully you can have some money so that you can enjoy the rest of your life in retirement after you've worked 40, 50 years, 60 years, how many ever years you're going to work. That was all I knew. Anything else, when people would talk about it, I'm like, that's a scam. That doesn't work. That's too good to be true. There's no way they're making that.
When I hear that.
And I thought the same thing, and I'm sure Danny thought the same thing. When you see somebody that's saying, hey, I just made 30 grand this last month, or I've made 100 grand this last month doing my internet business. You're like, what the heck? How can I even fathom that? I haven't made $1, so it's a scam, right? Danny, I'm sure you felt the same way.
I tell people all the time, and people that truly know me know that, okay, people locally here know that I'm a huge skeptic. I don't buy into nothing. I'm just like, no. Well, I'm seeing this working. So then when people see me start to really start show up in social media as far as promoting this, you get people texting me or whatever saying, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
So,
I remember the first time, Megan and I started out, we were on TikTok. Of course, now we're everywhere. We're Facebook, we're TikTok, we're Instagram, we're all over everywhere. YouTube, everywhere. And by the way, YouTube, thanks Steven for joining us. I think we've got somebody from YouTube actually joined us on the broadcast. But, we were trying to figure things out and, didn't know really how to get started. So we started off in TikTok. We started to make a couple of videos, and I'll be honest, I was scared to get on camera. Now, for Danny, it's a little bit different. We've found, when we first crossed paths with Danny, he was already doing the TikTok thing. He had a huge TikTok account. His videos were hilarious. It's absolutely awesome. It's still, is it still at Damn Texas Boys? Isn't that your TikTok handle?
It is Damn Texas Boys. I don't do, since I started, I really don't mess with it a whole lot, but still, if I just feel like goofing off, I'll do something on there.
But when we first met, you already had that account established and you were already doing TikTok videos. Here you were, just an average guy. You were just doing it for fun, and you had a decent following and things like that. I remember when I first started trying to do TikToks, I was scared to death to even get behind the camera and record a video, let alone post it where somebody might see it, And so then I'm thinking, all right, I get past that fear because I'm like, I realize if I really want to do this and I want to make it work, I've got to put things out there. I've got to put the information out there, which means I've got to put myself out there. It's that whole being comfortable, being uncomfortable thing, And so once I started doing that, my next thought was, oh, good Lord, what if somebody that I know sees me on this app? What is going to happen? And I was so scared. And at the time when we first started, I'm like, if I have to explain to somebody what I'm doing and I haven't made any money yet, gosh dang, this is going to be horrible. What are they going to think? Or somebody's going to see me, and then if for some reason this doesn't work out and I fail at it, then I'm going to have those people going, oh, I told you so. That was silly. You shouldn't have been doing that, And so these were all thoughts that I had going through my head. And I still remember where I was and what time it was when I got the first text message on my phone when I opened it up, and it was a buddy of mine, and he goes, what are you doing on TikTok? Oh, hell. Here we go. All right. So, my OnlyFans account didn't work out, so I had to get onto TikTok. No, wait a minute. Nope. You get past some of that stuff once you get things out there. Yes, those situations are uncomfortable when people that we do know see us on these platforms and they're like, what is it that you're doing? But I promise you, if you're consistent enough with it and you do the things, you take the steps that you need to in the business, and that's what we're learning about, and that's what this program does for people, is it shows them exactly these steps to take. If you do that and you become successful with it, now you can respond to, hell, man, I'm taking care of my family. I'm living the lifestyle that I want to. I'm not working for anybody else. That's what I'm doing on TikTok. What are you doing on your phone? I can now say, when somebody asks me a question, I could say, when I'm on my phone, and say, what are you doing on there? I'm like, I'm making money. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing on your phone besides scrolling?
Right.
Consuming, exactly.
Consuming, exactly.
You had a thought there. I saw it. No?
It's gone.
People just mindlessly
Yeah.
I still get caught in that. Because my little butt is ADHD like nobody's business. And I'm like, I'll be messaging people, and I'm like, God, I need a break from this for a second. And then I'm like, 45 minutes later, I'm like, shit.
So, or you're sitting on the toilet and your feet go to sleep.
Yep.
That hasn't happened to me.
No, I've never done that.
That's right. That's from a friend. That's from a friend of ours that did that. That's neither one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow with these two boys here.
But it's true. You know, when and I was in the same boat. That's how I found out about this stuff. I would sit for hours and scroll through TikTok, and I would see these people, you know, average dads and moms and things like that are talking about, hey, I'm at the beach again with my kids, or hey, I'm, you know, at school functions with my kids, and I work for myself and work from home and work from my laptop and my phone, and I'm making 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month, and you know, and I'm like, all right. And so that's where this story for us kind of begins, because when I lost my job, you know, Megan had actually found like about 5 or 6 different places, you know, before I even got home from cleaning out my office, for me to go apply to places or put my resume in, you know. And so she was on the ball because, you know, we were scared, didn't know what to do. I just lost my job. We needed that income. You know, we're a family of 5 and got all the responsibilities and everything. So I'm honest, I was scared. But when she sent me that stuff and I get home and I'm sitting there on the couch and she tell me about this place and that place and, hey, you need to go over there, they're hiring and everything. And then I hold up my finger and I'm like, hang on a second, you know? And she's like, what? I said, I pull out my phone and I pull up TikTok of all things. I'm like, hey, this guy here, look what he's doing. Look at it. Look, I think I want to look what this person's doing. I think I want to start an online business. She laughs at me. Literally laughs at me and says, what do you think? You're just going to play around on Facebook all day? Well, no. Look, this guy and this gal and this person, look at what they're doing, you know? And I'm looking at them going, if they can do that, if guys like that can do this, surely I can do it. I'm not dumb. I can figure this stuff out.
Freaking screenshots of other people's shit or whatever. It's not legit.
Yeah. We think it's a scam and all this stuff. And but down deep, I knew I didn't want to go back and work for somebody else. I wanted to have that better lifestyle and thing. And so that scrolling is what got me, you know? And like I said, I was smart enough. I could pour piss out of a rubber boot with the instructions on the bottom. I figured I could do this, you know? So why not? All I had to do was learn the skills. That's what it's about. Learning the skills. And if you're willing to put the work and the effort in to learn the skills, you can have this same type of lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's when you put the work and the effort in, that's where it comes down to. Now, is this all rainbows and unicorns? No.
Hell no.
Am I promising you that you're going to be a millionaire by next week? No. What I can promise you is, though, if you put the work and the effort in and you're consistent with it, you can change your life. You can get that lifestyle that you have been looking for. What?
You're going to do? Talking about skepticism, so I'm just going to, you know, show the book that changed everything.
Yeah,
this is the book,
actually,
guys.
I read it. I read it when I first started, and then now Ashley's reading it, and you know, if you read that, if you know, we were doing the Dave Ramsey thing for a little bit, and Dave Ramsey and that book just clash, you know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yep.
It's kind of it's interesting.
Because Dave Ramsey, and I've never really been through any of his programs. I know just a basic about it, so you're gonna have to, you know, educate me on this a little bit. Dave Ramsey is all about, you know, save. And put this portion to, you know, the credit cards and things, and you save like this, right?
He is all about getting out of debt. He is all about getting out of debt. Yes.
It's not okay. Debt with liabilities. So cars and shit like that. And yeah, your house is a liability. So debt in that way is not good. But debt in assets, because those assets are going to make you money, that is good. So when you buy into a high-end coaching program like the one that the three of us are in, that's not spending money, that's investing money in an asset, because it's going to turn around and make you money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And that's what that book did for me. It took my mind, and I'm like, okay, hang on. So now I have this money. Now I got to figure out how to make this money make me money.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we're wanting to do. We're not necessarily wanting to just, we're not necessarily wanting to say do this full time, but I want to be making enough money to start buying assets.
Yeah.
Like
Like real
we
estate.
want to start, yeah, with like say a condo in Red River, New Mexico, and
Mhm.
and roll that over into places that we like to go, like Destin, or just start buying real estate everywhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
and have that making you money. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
It's like Steve says here, good debt versus bad debt, and that's what it's really all about, and that's what that book really helps people kind of figure out. And again, I'll be honest, 40 years I was taught a certain way. Again, you save money, you put money back, save for a rainy day and things like that. It wasn't until I was 40 years old and had this change of, losing a job and trying to learn high income skills, and to work for myself, to be an entrepreneur, and read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was the turning point really for everything. Because as I'm reading this book, I'm going, where in the heck was all this information before? Yes, I've been through a Dave Ramsey course before, and I know what he talks about. But there is a huge difference between what he talks about and what Robert Kiyosaki talks about in Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's using your money as a tool, not necessarily saving it so that it's there for a rainy day. If you put money in the bank and it's doing nothing, that's not going to get people to wealth. And that's one of the biggest things. Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. You cannot save your way into wealth. And so many people try to do that. Kind of a funny story, when we first got started with this, before we had made any money with affiliate marketing at all, but we had both read that book, Megan and I stumbled upon an opportunity that we knew at the time, we knew we could do something with. But the only reason we recognized the opportunity was because we had read that book, and it had changed our mindset and what we thought about. And what it was, as all good stories start out, we were drinking in a bar. And, we were having a conversation with some people, and I overheard somebody talking about, a boat that she owned. And she was kind of describing it, and then she threw out, and she wasn't even talking to me. It was a conversation I was overhearing. She talked about what she would take for that boat, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I knew immediately from what she was describing kind of what she had, and the amount that she was trying to get rid of this thing for was super low. And I'm like, my little antennas started perking up, and I started paying a little bit more attention. I started asking questions to this individual. And of course, Megan, she's had a few to drink, and she's looking at me like, we don't need no boat, and I shoot her these daggers across the table, I'm like, and she knew then at that point what I was thinking. We were on the same page because we read that book and was like, well, wait a minute. No. Okay. So we started asking questions. Long story short, we buy this boat from this lady for dirt cheap. We spend some time cleaning it up and turn around and sell it for a fairly good profit. And we did this before we had even started making money online, and had we not read that book, had we not changed our mindset, we would have never noticed that opportunity. And I talk all the time about people are always asking for an opportunity. Man, I wish this would come along, or man, I wish this would happen, or man, I wish I could make a few extra dollars a month. Man, I wish I could do something to better my life. The problem is when people see the opportunity come to them, it's disguised as a risk. And so they don't want to take that risk. And a large part of what that book teaches is noticing those risks and being able to take calculated risks. Now, we're not talking stupid risks like go down to the casino and blow $10,000 at the roulette table. That's not the kind of risk we're talking about. We're talking about calculated risks, and most people don't recognize that opportunity because it is a risk, and they're afraid to take it. They're afraid to take that opportunity because they don't know if the risk is going to be worth it. And so that's why, when we talk to people about joining, our high-end coaching program, it's an investment into learning the high skills, the high income skills that you need to change that lifestyle and to better your life. And a lot of people just aren't willing to do that and change that mindset. There he is. He's back.
You know, great technology.
Oh, I gotta fix some things before we do this again.
That's okay. Hey, not too bad for the first time there.
Is it fuzzy? Does it look fuzzy on your end?
No, you're all right.
Okay. I will say this though. People want to make money, but they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's human nature.
Yeah, it is. It is. And especially now in today's society, thanks Amazon, that instant gratification thing.
Yeah.
You know, people just don't appreciate it. So, you know, when people are like, "Oh, well, I don't have any money to invest," blah blah. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Go on Facebook Marketplace. Get on your local like buy sell trade groups in Facebook. You know how many free things people just get? They're just because they don't want to deal with. Say they're moving and they don't want to deal with moving a couch, and they're like, "Oh, it's free to whoever comes and gets it." Freaking A! Go pick that dang thing up, clean it up, and freaking list it back for $300-400.
Exactly.
But it takes work, and it takes thinking outside the box. That freaking school box that we all pretty much been in. Stop yawning. I'm already tired enough. That school box that we're all in, I like to say, you gotta think outside of that.
Yeah.
Right.
And make it happen. If you've got a program that you want to get into, and I don't care if it's $2,000, I don't care if it's freaking $10,000. If you don't have that, then by God, do what you have to do to get there. Don't just sit there with your thumb up your butt waiting for some magic money fairy to come go, here you go. It ain't going to happen, guys. It's not.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit about this.
You know, well, you know, what we were doing to try to make this happen, and that's
it comes down to making that decision. This is one of the things that we had to learn. You know, when we got started with this, I didn't have that income. I lost that income, right? And so it wasn't something where we had just a ton of cash sitting around to be able to throw at something or anything like that. But one of the things that I learned was all my life was I would say, man, I can't afford to do this, or I can't afford to do that, or man, I can't afford to do this. What we learned was I have to take that word can't out. And how can I afford this? How can I afford that? Have to figure out the ways to make it work. And so I know a lot of you out there, you know, maybe there is a program that you want to join. Maybe you want to join our program, you know, but you're looking at it going, man, I don't have a lot of money to be able to invest into programs. So how can you get that money? You know, and like Megan said, if it's a little bit of work of going on to Facebook Marketplace, find things that are free, clean them up a little bit, relist them, make some money. I know Megan made several hundreds of dollars doing that in, you know, just going around the house, finding things around the house that we didn't need or didn't use anymore and just posting them on Facebook, just get rid of them, and made several $100s doing that. It's just a matter of doing the work and finding ways to do it. People can do it every day. So, all right. I know it's my man, Danny, you're yawning quite a bit here. I know it's late for you.
That's what I tell people that ask me about it, you know, I tell them, you know, it's not a get rich quick thing. It's you have to learn the skill, you have to put in the work, and you know, I put in, like I said, we put in, me and Ashley, probably more work in the first 3 days doing this than I did ever with that other stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen a difference.
I'm waiting for you, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen big. And
all right. Well, we've been on for about an hour now, and I know Danny's got some more work to do outside of doing this call. I do thank you, man, for coming on. We will do this again. We're gonna talk some more. But if any of you are interested in working with us, feel free to reach out to us. Drop us a hashtag I want in the comments, whether you're watching from Danny's page, whether you're watching from our page. Leave us a hashtag I want in if you want more information, and we'll reach out to you with a direct message and give you some more information. If you guys want to work more closely with us and make that lifestyle change for yourself.
guys, guys, if you're on Danny's page watching this, if you decide you want to hop into this program too, you're going to get the support of the Wealth Warriors as well. All right, because Danny is getting the support and he is our Wealth Warrior student. He's going to get our support as well as 5 other 6-figure income earners on this. So, and all the stuff.
Yeah.
But you can ask Danny all about that.
Yep. And there's a ton of support that comes with the program. Again, we've got students coming into this, and within 90 days, they're hitting 10K in commissions, and it's absolutely amazing. We had 6 10K award winners last month. We've already got 2 or 3 this month, you know, and it's what, the 14th? We're not even halfway through the month. So, you know, people are coming in. They're doing this every day. They're average people just like us, just like Danny here, that are just learning skills, learning those high income skills and putting the work and the effort in. So again, thank you guys for joining us tonight. If you happen to be watching this on a replay, make sure you leave us a hashtag replay. If you've got questions during the replay, go ahead and drop those in the comments because we do come back and answer those. So again, thanks for joining us for Megan and Ryan's Power Hour. We bring this show to you every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you click that notification to get reminded when we do go live. And as a side note, we will actually be live with the Wealth Warriors tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. That is the Wealth Warrior coaches and team together. We'll be talking some more about the bonuses that we offer, including the lifetime weekly coaching that comes along with the program as well. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, if you want some more information, leave us that hashtag I want in. Thanks a lot, Danny. I appreciate you being on with us tonight. We'll definitely have to do this again sometime soon here. But again, thanks everybody. Have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next live.